7's gonna kill me. Man, this is a great find. Good gracious life. This is my first one. You know what this is?
What?
The bullet that changed history.
You got that right. The mini ball. I got another big old 69 round ball. I love finding those. They would have the 69 and then they would have 331 buck balls that would go with that. And it was called bucking ball. This is the ball and then you had the 3 bucks. Now that wasn't always the case. They would shoot these 69s out of a musket and not have the buck balls, but it's a good find. Either way it was used. Video number 4.
Yep.
From this place, but this is kind of cleanup, you know.
Yeah.
Won't be long. I kicked your butt today.
You did.
I kicked your butt.
It was just your day.
It was.
I didn't have it in me.
I found 4 or 5 relics to your 1.
Yep, you sure did.
It's about time,
good.
I'll tell you.
I'll get you back sooner or later.
What a great sight.
Yeah, it's been a great sight. I hate to see it go, but I mean, that's...
Well, we might get one more, depending on what they do with that pile. I'd like to have that pile in your yard.
Oh yeah, I would too. If you buy it, I'll let you put it in my yard.
Yeah, I guess you would. Can you imagine sifting through all of that stuff?
It'd take a while.
There's a plate or 2 in there, ain't
Oh
there?
yeah.
Yeah.
I'd guarantee it.
Yeah. If it's all CS stuff, we could probably afford to buy it and do it.
There you go, Hornbush. There's another one.
Big old fatty.
Yeah, that was right next to one of your holes you dug.
I wouldn't take that, Hornbush. Good job.
But I'll take this.
Yep. I do believe that one is a 54 caliber. Pretty sure that that's a 54 caliber. Mini ball from the American Civil War. I didn't stop and film these a while ago. I've got 2 button backs and then I've got one that has a front, but as you can tell, it is just about gone. I've got that in put those in, that one there in a little protective case, but it's about gone. I'll take it though, still Civil War history. I bet y'all think that I'm back up in the 44 woods with a GPX. I'm not. I'm at Gallatin on Civil War camp, but I found another Colt 44 here. I'll take it. Jeff's got something over here, he said.
Cuff, bud. Got a push in the front. Still got a shank that's smashed over.
Yeah.
That's like general service.
I'd say everything that we found's been general service.
I did find one artillery out here.
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
Well, it's lucky it's just got a little push. I had a dozer pushing everything.
No, I know it.
We found a variety of stuff though. 69 mini balls. I think maybe a 54 mini ball, a 58 mini ball, some 69 round ball.
Yep.
You found a 44 and
36s.
We just find a variety of stuff, and that shows the site, you know, that's been occupied quite a bit.
Yeah.
I guess out of everything that I find here, this is probably my favorite, is these Williams cleaners, because we don't We don't find any of those in our area very much. So I'm happy to have that. I believe that this is a 44 round ball. The Colt revolvers would shoot the conical or the round ball. In fact, I've got a mold that makes 44 bullets that I didn't find it, I bought it. Was a Civil War relic. But anyway, that's a good find. Hey, if you like videos where guys find silver, check out 5280 Adventures. This guy finds some silver, and he makes some good videos too. I know that you're going to like 5280 Adventures, so check him out, like, subscribe, and share, and be sure and tell him that Seven sent you. That button looked real good on the back, but not on the front. You can see it starting to come apart there. It's kind of odd. Some of these buttons here look real good and some of them don't. But it's a Civil War button. I believe this is a cuff link. You see the shaft right there. I don't have it cleaned up. I'm afraid to do too much to it. I don't think that's Civil War. There wasn't no house here. But I'll get it cleaned up and make sure on that. It's a good find. Interesting, different find. We've got about everything on the top here already dug, and we're kind of on this slope. What have you dug out of that one?
What's one of them, William?
Let's see if I can
Cleaner.
zoom in right there on you a little bit. Oh yeah, I can see it. Still got the base?
Yep. Still got the zinc base.
I tell you what, this is a Williams cleaner place.
It is.
I love it.
I don't know how many that makes.
And I don't know either. I mean, I've found several myself.
Yep.
All right. Of course, on our last video, we did a thing on the shoulder bar, you know, that I found. And
that was a great find.
It was. It was. Accidental find, no doubt. Such a little bitty piece. But to have a relic and put a guy's name with that relic.
You don't do that every time. I mean, I can't say I've ever done it.
Well, what research that we did, it shows it was a first lieutenant, and we know who the first lieutenant was there because Payne, the commander there, brought charges against him for stealing a Colt in New Madrid. So had it not been for that charge, we'd have never known that guy's name.
Yeah.
He's with the 51st Illinois, so that tells us some stuff. But anyway, back to what I was saying. They captured Gallatin in 1862, and then Morgan got it in July of 1862.
Yep.
And then, like October, November, the Union came back in and they stayed.
They brought reinforcements, and then they fortified Gallatin, and then they pretty much stayed there the rest of the war.
And according to the young girl, what was she, 13 or 16-year-old, Alice Williamson?
Yep, Alice Williamson.
They terrorized Gallatin.
He was terrible. Payne was terrible. I mean, you just read her diary.
Yeah. I included a couple of clips out of that. Could have done more, I guess, but it's heartbreaking.
It is.
For him to just take people and go and shoot them, and she tells about stealing furniture and stuff, and it was a terrible thing.
Yeah, if you were a man walking down the street, it didn't matter who you were, he'd get you and arrest you, and nobody'd see you again. And I mean, you can imagine what they've done to him. So.
Well, in one of the clips that I put in there, she said, "Old Payne passed by today, you know, and guess he's killed every rebel within 20 miles and burned every town close to Gallatin." And you know, she was there. She was watching what was going on. But anyway, what a great sight, and I appreciate the opportunity to come down and hunt with you on that.
Well, I'm glad you could get to come down and hunt. We needed to save the history while we could.
Yeah. This button here's seen better days. The back is in good shape, but part of the front was in there. I guess the rest of it's in there too, but it's It is toasted. But that's still a piece of American Civil War history. I'm tickled to death to find this right here. Little suspender clip. That was just laying, the dozer had run over it, and it was just probably a ½ inch under the surface. Thousand wonders that hadn't been damaged, but it's not. It's in great shape. This 69, of course they've been dozing, but that 69 was just laying. I mean, I could even see part of it. But look at the sprue. Hey Jeff, come here.
Good gracious. Man, that sprue.
You ever seen a sprue on one like that?
Man.
I've never found one with a sprue like that.
Thank you. Got another one, Hornbush. I believe it's a 69. It's right on top of the ground. Yep, it's a good 69.
Man, look at the patina on that.
Yep.
That's a beautiful button, ain't it?
Yeah,
I mean,
looks like it laid close to a fire, maybe. I don't know.
I don't know either.
It's not melted, but it's squashed on the end. Of course, I'm sure it dozier.
Man, I tell you what, that's got probably the best patina of any bullet that we've found here.
Mm-hmm.
I love that brown and white kind of mixed.
Yep.
That's a palomino. That's what that is. A couple of weeks ago, Eric with Rocky Mountain Relics, one of our longtime subscribers, asked why do they call the 69 caliber a mini ball? Well, it's a great question, and to answer it, let's take a look at the bullet that changed history, the mini ball. Before the development of the mini ball, muzzle loading rifles were difficult to load because the ammunition used had to engage the spiral grooves or rifling inside the rifle barrel. It had to be equal in diameter to the barrel. Now, this was partially accomplished by using a cloth patch around the bullet, but as soon as the round was fired, the patch would partly burn or tear away and allow windage around the bullet, destroying both distance and accuracy. It was kind of like a baseball pitcher throwing a knuckleball. In the 1830s, Captain John Norton of the British 34th Regiment was serving in India. Some local tribes used blowguns, and Norton observed the base of their darts was made from pith, that spongy wood from the center of a tree trunk. This pith expanded when a person blew into the blowgun's tube, closing the space between the tube and the dart to give it a tight seal that increased the dart's accuracy and range. Based on this principle, Norton developed a bullet with a hollow base in 1832. His design was improved upon in 1836 by a London gunsmith named William Greener, who created an oval-shaped bullet with a small hole drilled in it, and this hole was covered by a conical plug with a round wooden base. Upon firing, the wooden plug would expand to prevent gas from escaping, and essentially the same principle as the blowgun dart. But how did the bullet get the name mini ball? Well, a French officer named Claude-Etienne Minié improved upon Norton and Greener's designs in 1849 by making a bullet with a hollow base and an iron plug that expanded when fired. This new bullet soon became known as the Minié bullet, or the mini ball. In the early 1850s, James Burton of the U.S. Armory at Harper's Ferry, Virginia, improved further on the mini ball by creating a design with a deep open cone base which would expand upon firing, and thus eliminating the need for the iron plug and making it easier and cheaper to mass produce. It was adopted for use by the U.S. military in 1855. Two different sized mini balls were used. The Harper's Ferry rifle fired the .69 caliber minie ball, while the Springfield rifle musket used the .58 caliber minie ball. But how did the minie ball change history? Well, prior to the minie ball, the effective range of the rifle musket was less than 100 yards. For this reason, defenders were told to hold their fire until they could see the whites of their attackers' eyes. But Civil War soldiers armed with rifle muskets firing the new minie ball could aim at and frequently hit targets at 400 yards or more. It was the minie ball researchers determined that made the bayonet and sword virtually obsolete and drastically transformed the roles of cavalry and field artillery. Civil War statistics appear to bear out this theory. Of all the wounds that were treated by Union Army doctors throughout the war, nearly 95% were caused by small arms fire. Less than 1% were attributed to bayonets and swords, and even less than that resulted from artillery shells or shrapnel. So now you know why it's called the minie ball and how it changed military history. It's heartbreaking what's going on with history today.
Oh, it is.
Taking down monuments and things. You know, I don't agree with slavery. Never did. And if I'd have lived at that time, I wouldn't have agreed with it then.
No.
But history is history, and because that you take something away, it doesn't change it.
Yeah, it's always going to be there.
And to me, those monuments are part of American history, and we should be able to look at those and say, let's don't ever do that again.
Yeah, that's right.
If we erase all that history, we're going to, we're doomed to repeat it.
Yep.
To do it again. And if you look at those, no, that's just my opinion on it. You may have a different opinion. I don't want to get too political on anything, but I am very interested in history, and I hate to have any of it taken away, whether it's for me or against me or however it affects me. Of course, you didn't live back then, but I was a little kid.
Yeah, you was a little kid.
I was a little kid back then.
So you was her neighbor?
Yeah, well, I was still nursing at the time, I think. Still in diapers at the time. Just joking. But what a great sight.
No, and, he's not. He's that old.
Check it out. I got another Williams cleaner. I tell you what, I am really glad that we found this site and got to hunt on this site. And those are hard to come by in southern Kentucky and middle Tennessee, but not on this site. They're everywhere here. I got another 69 round ball, but I'm not finding any little buck balls or 36s, and I'm finding the 69s. I'll take those. I love them. What you got?
Got a 44 Colt.
What you do? People think we're in the 44 woods, won't they? We're not.
Did you find 60 of them last week?
No, I didn't.
Mike, I'd get him.
I didn't find 60 of them. That's a good find.
Thank you.
Check this one out, buddy.
Another Williams. You can really see the
residue.
Yeah, the residue of the washer. I guess I don't really know what it was called, but just a washer, I guess. Don't know what it was made of. Or
probably zinc, you think?
Well, the base is zinc. I don't know about the...
I don't know either.
The washer. That's a good boy.
I love them. I got another 69.
Another 69 round ball?
Another
Man,
one.
You killed it today.
Yeah. And it's got a, I don't know if you can see it or not, it's got a little sprue. Not a big one like the other one had. It's got a little tip there.
Yeah.
See it? They were making those there, weren't they?
Yeah, sure was.
Jeff's got a little eagle button here.
Yeah, a little eagle cuff.
Still got a shank, stand-up shank too. I think it's general service.
That's what it looked
the way
like.
It looks, yeah. Well, good job.
Thank you.
Jeff said, when you go back and look at the last video, episode, what is it? Episode 143, 144, I don't know. I lose track of them. But I've got a picture of Payne there. And Jeff says if I had a black beard, I look just like Payne.
Yeah.
And then somebody said in our last video also, or the video before that, that Hornbush looked like Teddy Roosevelt. You know?
Yeah.
He's a rough rider, I'll guarantee you that. Love Hornbush and love having him down, and missed him today. Wish that he could have been here. But we've got to find a colonial site. We got to get on one, because it's getting that time of year. We've had a hurricane come through, Harvey, and then we've got another one on the way. And you know, there's going to be, weather's going to change now.
Oh, it is.
It's going to get
it's
cooler.
Going to cool off. Yeah.
And we're going to be able to get into those fields and dig, and people are cutting hay.
Yeah.
They'll be harvesting the crops, and we need to get on a colonial site, because it may take us 6 or 7 sites to find us.
We've got to find a real.
Yeah, somewhere. I'll tell you, that lead on that right there reminds me of a burn site. It's rotten. That's a 36 pistol bullet. Huh, I don't know. Just right over from where I found that other 36, I've got another 36, but it's not rotten like the other. Huh. I can't explain that. I don't know why the lead on one deteriorates and on the other it doesn't. Here's another zinc base. You see the little rod there goes up in the bottom of the Williams cleaner. I did history clip on the Williams cleaner. You know, if you didn't see that, go and look at it. It's interesting history about this bullet. Anyway, appreciate you guys watching and subscribing and supporting us the way that you do. We will see you on Tuesday.
Thank you very much.